Welcome back, everyone. We are about to head into some of our most exciting matches of the day here at NBC Sports Group. These are our lower bracket matches, and whoever loses goes home. So tons of worthiness, stake, importance,
valor,
money, valor, everything's on the line. All of it. The kitchen sink. Team Secret and Complexity, G2 Esports, and Ghost Gaming. Those are our last two matches of the day. And taking a look at our players here, getting set up on the desk. We got G2 and Ghost getting comfortable, getting the controllers all worked out. You know, warming up the chairs, all those important things.
Jorby left this chair nice and warm for me.
Yeah, he was working on that for you. Well, G2 Esports, let's start things off and talk a little bit about their performance leading up to this point in the bracket.
I mean, they're in the lower bracket because of a Game 5 pixel miss on a shot. Like, these guys, it was so close against Cloud9. G2 definitely still a major threat. And you know what was interesting? We were talking to Garrett earlier. He actually prefers the crowd at these sorts of events.
Yeah.
He actually kind of wishes there was some more energy. He just loves feeding off the energy. He's that good that he enjoys having people watch him.
Should we be cheering here on the desk?
Basically, yeah.
When you're Garrett and you've been playing in front of a crowd for years at this point, I mean, you begin to thrive in it. That is where he belongs. He is such a superstar along with JNaps, and you could tell that on their way in here, their first series over against Complexity, oh man, did they come out hot, coming in strong and just kill it. Look at their highlights versus Cloud9 alone, and you heard just about every team in this tournament mentions Cloud9 as a killer, and Garrett G Champs gave them their biggest test yet.
Yeah, G2, one of the biggest teams here. Like so many, Cloud9 and G2, probably the two biggest North American teams that people said they were afraid to play against. And it's interesting that they're here in the lower bracket because talking to JNaps earlier, his gut reaction, he said, right off the bat, it's me and Garrett. If we don't make top 2, that's bad. He then later changed it, top 4. I'd be okay with top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
Maybe he was being a bit ambitious, but here at this point, this is neither top 4 nor top 2. They have to win here. They want to be happy with their results.
Absolutely, a lot of work coming out for G2 Esports. They're taking a look at JNaps and Garrett G right now. Great minds in the game, and we actually took advantage of those minds, had them break down one of the plays from the East Regional, so let's check it out.
Hey, I'm Garrett. Hey, I'm JNaps, and we're going to break down one of our best plays from the regional.
Garrett G immediately turns, looking for first killer, just going for the zone plays as well. Creative plays here. Does he make the shot happen? Look at Garrett G.
So this is our third game against First Killer and Rapid, and it was the start to a reverse sweep. Right now we're at 1-0, and I was just trying to play it safe. Me and Garrett were just trying to win this game, hopefully get the comeback.
I get the demo on Rapid there, take the 100 boost, so I'm safe. I let the ball go to JNaps so I can turn around 2v1, so I know we can move on offense pretty quick.
And right here, I just pass up to Garrett because I realized there are two people, there's no pressure on us at all. And there's open space for Garrett to create something, which he does here.
Yeah, as soon as I hit it behind Rapid, I knew he was gonna have to go to net, so I decided just to take a shot instead of getting the pass off and giving First Killer time to come back. So just took the wide angle shot. I knew it'd be hard for him to save that, and you know, got a good shot, so it was a pretty good play.
A pretty good play, understatement of the century. But what I want to point out, too, is the mental fortitude here of these players. They were in a reverse sweep situation. That's actually the play and the game that turned it around for them in that event.
And being in a reverse sweep situation, that's so difficult. It's not just that, but they were able to carry that all the way through the loser bracket. Very impressive.
Super impressive. And let's see if they can carry that skill into this game against Ghost Gaming. Another powerhouse team here. Some very scary guys, very spooky guys on the Ghost team.
Ghost, this team, this has definitely got to be one of the scariest teams to play against, and that's because of Lethamir. This is a guy who every player describes as a very smart, very intelligent player. He's somebody who knows how to dribble with the ball, he knows how to pass, he knows how to create, and he's also not afraid to go for those bump plays, those demolition plays. He just kind of is one of the most well-rounded players. There's not any glaring weakness.
And frustrating. And as you'll see in the highlights, he's absolutely incredible. But the thing was, yesterday, it honestly was Memory that was impressing me. Memory, his teammate, who was dealing with sickness, had the plays that made it into the highlight reel the most. He was winning so many 50-50s. He was winning so many plays. It was great to watch, but Ghost were not able to do it against girls yesterday.
Right, but then we saw them play against Selfless, and Selfless came in so strong there. They actually, I think, got a 2-game lead, and Ghost, the mental fortitude, the strength to be able to come back and make it happen. We saw some great teamwork. You can see it right there between Lethamyr and Memory. Again, Memory, he was sick. This guy was not at full capacity. And
Ill. Near going to the hospital. Ill. We're not saying he had a black lung. This guy was sick.
And still made it happen. So many fantastic plays between the two of them. That means, I mean, when you're going against players who, under such adversity, are able to make it happen, just wow. That's just a fantastic team. You know that they can be strong in any situation. You can see Memory there in front of you. He's looking good.
Yeah, he looks healthy. Good glow.
He is my big question mark right now. Will that sickness from yesterday affect him? Will he be able to recover? Will he be able to play?
You say from yesterday. Apparently, he's been fighting this for like 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
So this has affected not just the games today, but the lead up to it. So we're gonna see how Ghost Gaming does today. G2 Esports and Ghost Gaming almost ready to begin. But before they do, we got a quick word from our sponsor.
Yes, yes.
Relatable scenario there. Lean over, take a bite of your plant, because you ain't got time to stop gaming. And that is what Ghost and G2 are about to do as we head into the first match of this lower bracket round.
No time to eat, and not much time at all for one of these teams left in the tournament here. One of these guys is going home in this match right now in G2. One of the tournament favorites could be making an early exit, but not after they're gonna get the kickoff goal. That's just, it's 2v2. It's gonna happen.
Yep, J-Naps, wow. Look at that bump there against Lethamyr. The ball bumped him. That's not a common situation at all. I wonder if Lethamyr maybe jumping a little bit late. That was very unfortunate for him, but well done from Garrett G to take that lead early. That's gonna be difficult to deal with.
Yep, 5 seconds into the game, we saw them do it against Cloud9 though as well. In game number 1, they scored 2 seconds in, and ultimately Cloud9 won that series. So, anything can happen here. Lethamyr now up on offense, looking for the opportunity to equalize. Garrett G will get a clear out of this half. Memory has to fall back. Garrett G to J-Naps, a quick infield pass, but J-Naps misses. Lethamyr will try to back pass here to Memory. Actually chooses to keep it himself. Going out to midfield, picking up midfield boost. Nice and gassed up, looks for the demolition, finds it. And Memory unable to make the shot. And here's Garrett. Back up on the front lines, 50-50 with Lethamyr. Going in Ghost favor. J-Naps up. Garrett behind. Up to J-Naps, onto the back wall. Lethamyr pops it right down in front of his goal, but Garrett G, expecting a much better clear, had already fallen back. No follow-up shot here for G2. J-Naps on the wall. Big challenge win, but ball picked up by Ghost. Now pass one more again. J-Naps an instrumental, a double commit there from Garrett G, and J-Naps leaving a lot of space. Lethamyr picking up midfield boost, can turn around in an open net. Garrett G can get back in time, can he? He does, makes the save. Lethamyr tried, but Garrett G able to recover quickly, and now the counterattack on the other end will be just wide. Garrett G looking for a follow-up, but it's not gonna be there. J-Naps rotating back into his own half on the clear from Ghost. J-Naps through the air, down to Garrett G. Over into the corner. Lethamyr carrying it on the wall. J-Naps up for the challenge, back into the middle. Memory looking for it, but can't find any opening. Garrett G putting it back into the orange again. Lethamyr from midfield, shot towards the goal. Garrett G taking it off the backboard and back out to midfield. Now Memory back in. The long shots from Ghost. They try to pressure G2 from midfield.
Good shots that are taking up a lot of boost from G2, but they're nothing that G2 hasn't seen already.
Garrett G makes a mistake on the backboard, misses the clear, and it's an easy cleanup for Memory.
You mentioned Memory before being the player that impressed you the most. Right there, though, Garrett G, a huge lapse in concentration.
Simple cleanup for Memory, and it's a tie game here. Well, again, the kickoff goals easily change things. Memory and Lethamyr gaining the immediate advantage. Lethamyr through the air. J-Naps having picked up boost is not going to matter, and the kickoff goal does come through. There's the lead for Ghost.
And this play going early onto the side is going to benefit Ghost here quite significantly. J-Naps, you can see he tries to come up off the backboard to protect that ball, or to protect the goal, excuse me, and Garrett G, there's nothing he can do about that.
He just has to wait and hope JNaps gets it. That's the second time we've seen JNaps in the air in this game ever so slightly miscalculate. This time it turns into a goal for the opponent. JNaps putting it back up onto the backboard. Garrett still rotating. He'll make the challenge at midfield, pick up boost. They're getting demolished in the corner. Here's Memory now with ball control versus JNaps. JNaps just trying to stall the play. Falls back a bit, allows Garrett to come back in. Lethamyr out of net. Straight to JNaps. JNaps, oh dear, nearly made the own goal. Lethamyr can still possibly pull it off, but loses control. We'll go to the corner. Garrett G moving on in. Memory now with a shot, the dunk, into the corner. JNaps quickly falling back as Memory continues to win challenge after challenge in enemy territory. Lethamyr gonna look for a shot here off the ceiling. Can't get the ball to head towards the net. And now the counterattack here from G2. JNaps onto the backboard looking for the double tap, finds the touch, but can't get it into the goal. Garrett G will look for Lethamyr, but can't get the demolition either. They'll keep the pressure on for now, but this grip on offense being loosened. JNaps able to boom it back into the corner from midfield, and with 1:35 remaining, they're still trailing by 1 here. Ghost benefiting from a bit of a loose offense from G2 and some defensive mistakes.
We've seen a few opportunities here from G2, but they haven't found the accuracy that they need.
Garrett G off the wall, popping it back out. Here comes Memory through the air towards the goal. The defense from JNaps having to come from the corner and making the save. Now Lethamyr trying to loft it. His midfield challenges, instrumental in giving teams control on offense. Right now, Ghost doing a great job winning them time and time again, over and over again, the 1v1 battle being won here by Memory and Lethamyr. They're holding on to the lead, just burned the time off the clock in the final minute here. Lethamyr comes around, now looking for the goalie just to get the bump on Garrett. He nearly does, and the chip from Memory, is it good? It is. It's in. 2-goal lead now for Ghost.
Very smart play here from Lethamyr, just to leave the ball. He spots that Garrett G now has stopped moving, just waiting to see what Lethamyr's plan is. And Lethamyr, he goes in front of the ball, goes for the bump, just lets Memory get that angle on it to get the dipping chip.
47 seconds left, a kickoff goal and then a follow-up could equalize here for G2. But they have not been gaining ball control off of kickoffs, except for the very beginning on their first goal. Garrett G now in the corners. JNaps falls back with 30 seconds left. Game 1, setting the tone of the match. And Ghost looking to take it right now. Garrett G will look for JNaps. Pops it high, keeps it himself, but gets challenged by Lethamyr. Now Memory in the corner. Carrying a pass, JNaps gets a pass him onto the backboard, and Lethamyr's not there. Garrett G can take the shot, and he hits it. 1 goal difference now with 14 seconds left.
Memory with a smart play here to bring up the wall, but he gets the ball gets away from him with a little bit too much speed. And Garrett G, an aggressive play to try and counter the clear there. That was a very difficult shot.
14 seconds remaining. That's plenty of time here in doubles. The kickoff again going in Ghost's favor with a counterattack here. Garrett to JNaps. JNaps with full tank of boost, gets it over 1. Lethamyr has to make the save and carries it away, but JNaps puts it back into the box. Where's Garrett? Here he comes. He doesn't take the shot. Puts it on the wall, but a full tank from JNaps again. Oh, and the fakes on the wall will do it from Ghost. Good positioning from Lethamyr, forcing Garrett to allow him to have control, and that's Ghost taking the win.
G2 here, they're gonna feel like they kind of got snaked here out of a match there. They had a lead and what looked like to be control over the match, and very quickly we saw Ghost. They're not willing to sit idly by and let G2 just have this win.
2 goals there for Memory. Lethamyr scoring 1 and assisting one of Memory's as well. 8 shots total from the Ghost lineup here as they played very, very well. And the 5 saves from NRG, or from G2 rather, not enough.
I would agree with you. I think G2 in general, maybe trying to work together a little bit too much. You can see if you look at their stats, those 2 assists, that is significantly more than what we were seeing from them earlier, where they were opting to play a little bit more individual and more independent, going for those dribbles. That we heard G2 mention how important that was to their development as a team, playing by themselves, and we didn't see that here.
No, I didn't feel like they really had much control. And I think that I want to come back to the thing I pointed out in the middle of the series, or the middle of the game, was the midfield control. The challenges in the midfield felt like Memory and Lethamyr were both winning those consistently, which just gave them more opportunities to score at G2's half, and G2 just had to play more defense.
Right, that 50-50 game, we know how important it can be.
Absolutely. So, game 2 inbound, G2 will be looking to bounce back. We'll take a look at the highlights from game 1. We did start off with the kickoff goal from Garrett G. He's been great at just making sure he never misses the easy ones here. But that was the only goal. we would see NRG get until very late in the game. It's G2. He has NRG in his name because he's an NRG player, and I keep calling it NRG.
But right there, that simple mistake there from Garrett G on the backboard, that's what really began to bite them. Because here we see another touchdown from Lethner. That was straight off of a kickoff, a low boost situation there where JNaps, he whisked the ball. And after that, there was just nothing it felt like G2 could do to get back into the game. Lethemir and Memory doing a good job, not really letting them ever get any kind of momentum, any kind of, just never letting them get hot.
It did feel like every touch Ghosts put on the ball was serving multiple purposes, was very effective, and G2 was constantly on the back foot, constantly having to rotate back.
Memory's dad there, you can see him. He's feeling good after that game one.
Yep, it's definitely a good place to be. Up one game against G2 in the lower bracket. Never a situation you do not want to give them any advantage. You want to take everything you can here. Game one critical, and Ghost is able to take it. So, here's Secret. You can see Backstage getting ready for their matchup. They'll be playing next, taking on Complexity. And you know that one's also going to be weighing mine. You can see their opponents looking over their shoulder. Metsunaris with a nice sneaky look over the top. But game two here between G2 and Ghost. Get back into the match at hand. G2 will want to equalize after dropping game one. But you know Ghost, they would love to get the sweep, make an easy run in to tomorrow.
And it would call me surprised if G2 did not make any big adaptations here. You can tell that they weren't feeling so concentrated. And
do it again.
Hey,
all right.
I guess maybe they won't make any changes and it will go just like game one.
And they
scoring early.
Chip it high. JNaps this time, the one on the cheat up who was able to get it. And he wasn't even cheated up that far. The ball pinched so high.
I think that was
boosted straight up and took the shot.
A questionable decision there from Lethemir. He was retreating, but JNaps there, he didn't need to take that free touch there on the ball. Lethemir, he was moving to the side of the goal to defend it, but that wasn't very necessary. He could have just approached the ball immediately.
And again, G2 now with a 1-goal lead. Can they hold on to it this time? They're dropping it in game number one. Lethemir wins the challenge in midfield, and now here comes Memory to take a shot towards the goal. Slammed away by JNaps, but Lethemir lurking. They'll chip it back in. Garrett G punts it away. Lets Memory take control in his own half. JNaps up, back into the corner. Garrett G moving in. Lethemir shot, soft, defended by Garrett G. Over the top of him though, Lethemir with another chip. These little chip shots, just popping it high and making it difficult for G2 to clear.
This is the 1v1 experience here for Lethemir coming out. He spots Garrett G just pushing a little bit too far forward here. Right there, Garrett G's just caught in no man's land. He needs to either be defending the goal or he needs to be pushing Lethemir a little bit harder there. And great vision there from Lethemir to spot that.
Well, the thing that's good about those chip shots too, as we've seen a few times, is that if you go up to defend them, they're not moving very fast, so you have to flip into the ball if you want to get any pace on it. Oftentimes the pros don't have time. They have to use the quick aerial to get up to the ball. They don't have a flip, so the ball's just going to fall right back down in front of the goal again. And again, they're able to score. But here on the counterattack, JNaps finds an absurd angle and gets the lead back for G2.
Right here, you spot Memory. He goes up to challenge the ball there. It was a bad read trying to block that pass there off of the backboard. And it was just with one defender there, you need to be able to make that touch there from Memory. Great job from Garrett G to go for that backboard pass there, just giving one more opportunity for the defender to make a mistake.
And JNaps sneaking it in the near post, leaving no room for errors. And G2 will survive kickoff here.
Just trading shots here off every kickoff.
A bit of a shootout we've got going so far. Just a minute and 10 seconds into the game. And JNaps cross midfield. Lethemir into the corner. Oh, JNaps will find him. Chased him down. Memory. Punting it over to the far side. JNaps now airborne. Will follow his own touch, looking to do it by himself, dropping it down, pinch it off the ground. Nearly found the shot. Garrett G in with a follow-up, but Memory challenge is heavy. He'll be able to get it away. A shot from JNaps would have been incredible. Nearly, we saw Aroniki hit one of those yesterday, and here the infield pass play, they connected Garrett G. It looked like his shot would be blocked, but no, it goes home.
Yeah, mistouch here from Lethemir, just passes that ball straight to Garrett G. And when JNaps spots Garrett G moving on forward, and there's nothing Memory can do about it, because Memory's stuck still with no momentum.
Memory flipped to the side. I don't know if he might have blocked it if he hadn't made that second flip. Very close from here now. Off the kickoff, Garrett G trying to do it again. Memory takes this one away, but JNaps prowling in front of the ball. He'll fall back. I'll allow Lethemir to move up. Memory now airborne in this corner, trying to get it out to his teammate. Garrett G will intercept, now pass to JNaps in the air. Onto the backboard, JNaps following it up. He's double tapped a few times already today, but this one defended on the goal line.
He has just been absolutely incredible going for those double taps.
Oh, a blazer of a shot from the other half Lethamir's gonna make it a 1-goal game.
Garrett G, that first touch here, Memory doing a good job. He doesn't put too much pace or power on it. You can see Lethamir immediately starts moving central towards the center of the field, expecting that pass there from his defender.
Yeah, a good recognition there, but the defense was so far up. 74 miles per hour, nice fast shot there from Lethamir. A worm burner. Lethamir on his own corner, gets a past one. And following along, seeing if he can connect with Memory here, but loses control. JNaps takes it away, and Memory had fallen back, recognizing the lack of control from his teammate. Garrett G with the fake. Doesn't engage on Memory. JNaps puts this in front of his own goal. A dangerous play. The Lethamir nearly found the goal, but JNaps got a second touch. Now Garrett G down the field, up against Memory. He's got JNaps to work with, goes for the pass, but plays it behind his teammate. Lethamir will immediately counterattack. Memory will be moving up. Garrett G with the challenge in the air, sends it to the corner. JNaps up, second touch, goes laterally across the field, and looks like Lethamir will probably be the first one there. Goes for boost instead, allows Garrett G onto the wall. Here comes JNaps, shot towards Garrett, gonna try and doink it over the top of Memory, but it's not gonna happen. Goes too high. Lethamir back to midfield, Memory into the corner, JNaps first onto the wall. The 1-goal lead, holding strong right now for G2, but it's a flimsy lead. The simple and most absurd of pinches can change it. Memory makes a save. Savior medal for him here in game number 2. Garrett G, past one, no. Lethamir takes it away. Back up to Memory, shot towards the goal. JNaps is there and sends it to the corner. With 1:25 left to go. Ghost starting to need to find a way into the net. Oh, this could be it right now. Memory just finds the half flip and gets it in. The double commit in goal leaves him an opportunity, and Memory takes advantage.
You can see Garrett G and JNaps. Garrett G, as he creeps forward there, he can't spot JNaps out of his peripheral vision. That's where that mix-up occurred.
And just like that, Ghost take the lead away from G2. They got the win in game 1. Can they do it in game 2 as well? Lethamir now looking for a kickoff goal. JNaps up in time. Oh my goodness, and Lethamir misses the follow-up. Some accuracy was plaguing him yesterday, and here, when it could really make a big difference, leaves it alone. If they lose by 1 goal, you know he'll be kicking himself on missing that one. As JNaps goes up, the hit from Lethamir goes high. 1 minute remaining, Memory out with ball control, in the blue. Taken away from Garrett G, JNaps in net. We'll get the save. 50 seconds remaining, anybody's game here. Memory steals the boost, Garrett G puts it back into the corner, forcing Memory to rotate, force Lethamir to move in. Got a clear from JNaps. Garrett G, deep in enemy territory. 35 seconds left, JNaps will get 1 win. Can he get it past Lethamir? The soft touch goes straight out, but Garrett G's too far back. Now the turnaround. On the backboard, Memory, keeping that ball near the ceiling. A great long clear. JNaps to the corner once more. Here comes Garrett G. JNaps will be looking for Memory in goal, but Lethamir wins the challenge in midfield and won't matter. Garrett G comes right, he's got JNaps to work with, goes for the flick. JNaps up for the shot, but the win there from Memory in the air. Neutralizing that touch with 4 seconds remaining. The ball's at midfield. Nobody with explicit control here. Both teams seem to almost just be playing for overtime, and it will be overtime in game 2.
With the amount of kickoff goals we've seen, would not surprise me to see another here.
Oh, the pinch from Memory on the wall. It'll wrap it around. Lethamir thinks about it, but respects JNaps. Now Garrett G winning the challenge enough to give him an opportunity at offense. A great shot from JNaps, but Lethamir has the save, sends it away. Lethamir now back in midfield, looking for the counterattack. Garrett G, again, kind of caught in no man's land here, but gets up in time and makes the save. Now JNaps versus Memory. Gets the demolition onto Lethamir, and it's really up to Memory now. He gets it off the backboard, but is it enough? JNaps comes up, he hits the shot, drops it down. Garrett G doesn't challenge. He leaves it, and Lethamir now with ball control will move out. JNaps now from the pass. Sends the shot on target, but Memory sends it to the side. The pressure from G2. They love to make these midfield plays, and they're enjoying the solo shots, but not willing to commit deep in enemy territory on that goal. Here comes JNaps for a follow-up. Can he get it in front of the goal? Garrett G wraps back around. It's him versus Memory. Sends it up for corner, but Memory makes the save. And the first minute of overtime will come and go, and we're still playing.
There's so much respect here from G2 up against this Ghost team. They do not want to give Ghost that game 2 and put themselves on tournament, on their own lives, the last of their lives, the match point.
G2 love to make a series out of this. An open net here, Lethamir should be able to hit it home. He does. The rotation is just too wide from G2. And the miss here in the corner from Garrett G, just completely dunked by Memory. And look at that, 2 games up now is Ghost.
This is truly a stellar performance here from Ghost Gaming. And we talked time and time again about Memory really not feeling well. You would never know it based on his play, but we actually we got James backstage with Memory's dad, Jonathan, to get some insight into what is actually going on with Memory.
Thank you, Rachel. I'm here with John, Memory's dad. We knew yesterday Memory was very ill coming into the competition. How's he feeling today?
Much better today, thank you. It's totally different.
That's amazing. Well, we just saw a crazy game in overtime. Lethamyr and Memory, they pulled it through. What was your feelings watching this match or this game?
Oh, thought I was going to throw up, actually, but glad they pulled it out. It was a tough game.
So as a parent, what's it like getting to come and watch your son compete on an international stage like this?
Oh, it's very difficult. I think you can ask anybody here. It's terrible. I mean, it's nerve-wracking. Very tiring.
Nerve-wracking and tiring. You heard it from John, Memory's dad. Thank you very much. Rachel, back to you.
James, great segment. Thanks so much, Jonathan, for taking the time to talk to us there. And I love that last shot where he's clearly set up with James, but he's watching that match.
He's ready to be interviewed, but we have to see the end of the game. That was pretty crazy.
Well, we've got a couple games ahead of us still before we can declare this a victory for either team. So, gentlemen, why don't I hand this back to you?
Well, it could be just one more game. As we go into game 3, Ghost has won games 1 and 2. Anything could happen here. What does G2 need to change up right now? I mean, the midfield control still seems to be completely in Ghost's favor here. G2, there's a few missed shots maybe. What have you been seeing, Quinn?
I think there have been a few missed shots here, but I think we've seen a lot of overcommitments, putting themselves in 1 versus 2 situations, and then they just are not able to make themselves last to survive that 1v2 situation. When you're there, you gotta be able to stall for your teammate, and they haven't let it happen. They need to stop letting those situations happen, and hopefully they'll do it as we go into game number 3.
Game number 3, everything on the line. You lose this one, you go home for G2. They've got to win 3 straight against Ghost if they want to stay alive. Garrett G. Past 1, J-Naps playing defense. Will send it to the side. A demolition onto Garrett. Memory is falling back. He gets a double demolition. The entire G2 roster removed. Garrett has had time to respawn, and we'll get the clear. But man, let's talk about like just the morale and just how that could get in your head. You're down by 2 games and immediately getting double demolished. It has to just like send a little bit of sweat down your back.
Well, I'm sure they can feel that sweat. This is not a position that Garrett G and J-Naps want to be in. And we've seen them start to work together more than ever, and I think it's actually working against them as they commit to the ball. Too many players. They need to play more independent. They don't have the ability to depend on a 3rd player should the situation on the field go wrong.
Lethamyr pointed out. J-Naps now back into the corner. Memory to Lethamyr. The infield pass blocked by Garrett G at the point of contact. J-Naps moves into goal and comes straight back out. There's no challenge from Ghost. Miss from Lethamyr, leaves it for Memory. Garrett G. Towards the corner, Lethamyr. Watch. Allows J-Naps to move in. Memory will clear. Garrett G hesitant. Not sure what he wants to do. He gives opportunities here for Ghost to move up, but finally he gets the clear on the rebounds. Looking for the pass here to J-Naps. Looks for the bump on Memory as well. Neither one going to result in much of anything. Lethamyr past 1. Got Memory across the field here, but he's trying to do it by himself and does it well. The dunk comes through and Ghost have the lead.
This is a difficult situation, but it's very well established here from Lethamyr. He pushes himself to the side and focuses on that 50-50, knowing that no matter what happens, he still has Memory behind him. This is just an opportunity for an easy goal off of a simple mistake. Low risk, high reward.
And it works out. Ghost with everything they need to move on. Lethamyr up to midfield, looking for a second touch here, gets dunked completely by J-Naps. Memory has to send it to the side. J-Naps will look to set up Garrett G as he goes for the boost grab. Operates as the screen, allows Garrett G to move in. Probably gonna get it through Memory though. This is 50 after 50, challenge after challenge, won by Memory in that corner. Now Lethamyr looking for the flick. Can he do it? Gets creative, but it just barely goes wide. J-Naps will send it away from his goal. Now looking for the counterattack, nearly finds the dunk. Memory with a shot, Garrett G with a save. J-Naps with the pass. Blocked. J-Naps will fall back. Trying to bait in Memory. I don't even know if that's a good idea at this point. Memory's 50-50 game has been so strong. Lethamyr now. from his own goal. Play goes lateral to the side. JNaps will be the first one there. Both players on the backboard here for Ghost. Lethamyr will fall down into goal. Chip shot, blocked by Memory. The defense has just been impeccable for Ghost as they get another one that looked like Garrett G might be able to get back in time, but no, 2-goal lead now for Ghost.
You see Garrett G there and JNaps both just caught in no man's land as Garrett G gave his first touch there too far to the side, accidentally giving up possession of it. This has kind of been almost a storyline this whole series long. We've seen just simple mistakes plaguing G2.
This series starting to get out of hand. Down by 2 games, down by 2 goals. Only 2 minutes left to play, and G2's got to find their fire. Up onto the crossbar, a miss here. Memory doesn't make the block, and Garrett G will make the goal. There's a good start here for G2.
You see here, it looks like Garrett G was opting to go for some bumps to kind of just bully the play here, but JNaps, his first touch there, able to beat both defenders and catch them in a bad spot as they both commit.
1:58 left to go, a 1-goal game again. Much more manageable. It was that 1-goal deficit that dropped G2 to the lower bracket. They cannot play into those final seconds. They've got to find a way to win earlier than that. The pass play blocked by Lethamyr. JNaps finds a crazy angle, but it's just wide of the goal. Lethamyr now picking up his own boost, looking at baiting Garrett G. With how strong their 50s have been, it works out for him. Gets it past 1, gets it past 2. Memory up. Does he find the shot? No, he falls back. Comfortable just to hold on to the lead and wait for the defensive plays. That shot was on target, and JNaps makes the save. The pressure from Ghost just building here as they continue to dominate in enemy territory. Lethamyr airborne. Garrett G's there too, but he's higher. Can he get the second touch? He's still got 27 boost to work with. Nearly finds the shot. It was so close, but it will just barely dodge the bullet. G2 holds on to the 1-goal deficit.
Definitely a possible shot. That could have been the knife in the back.
That would have been incredible. Memory now through the air, up onto the backboard. JNaps. Oh, he puts it against his own backboard again, and it's in the final minute of game 3. Down by 2, they have to find a way to win. So Lethamyr puts this high. Garrett G now moving out.
A huge upset this would be if Ghost can do it. Just 45 seconds left. We need to see G2.
Oh, Garrett G makes the save. It was so close. Memory tried to put it in near post, but Garrett G gets there in time. Still only down by 1. Can the last-minute heroics come out? Can Garrett G and JNaps, can the knapsack clutch it up? We talked about it. They wanted a top 4 finish. Right now, not looking good. 27 seconds left, though. Anything can happen. JNaps down the field. Memory and Lethamyr back onto defense. JNaps leaves it for Garrett. He takes the shot. Memory makes the save, and he gets a great clear with it as well. It's going to burn so much time just getting this one back into G2's hands. They're not even going to give it to him. Lethamyr moving out on offense, wins the dunk. The 50-50s just continue to torment G2. It's Garrett G now through the air. It's high. Can JNaps finish it off? Lethamyr's going to be there, but no, he gets blocked. Garrett G does it, and with 3 seconds left, they tie it up.
He's able to tie it up. These last-second heroics, you asked if it was possible. Garrett G and JNaps. JNaps here is on like 8 boosts. That is not enough to make a single play. He just has to go on and put it on target and hope that there's nothing Lethamyr Memory can do, and he does it.
Lethamyr feels Garrett G breathing down his neck and chokes. 1 second left. It's looking like overtime. Garrett G tries to keep it alive, but it's not going to happen. Overtime in game 3. If Ghosts score, G2 goes home. Kickoff very neutral. Lethamyr with ball control against JNaps. Wins the 50-50 again.
That's huge.
Back up. Can he get it out to Memory? Gets it past Garrett G. Still so deadly as JNaps puts it into the corner, just trying to stall. Midfield boost. Lethamyr falls back. Garrett G now. Out towards the backboard. The rebound from Lethamyr off to the side. Follow from JNaps. Goes neutral again. Looking to chip it. Gets it behind Memory. Creative play, but Lethamyr holds on to ball control. And again, happy to bait players in as he's been so solid in the 1v1 game today. Garrett G can't win the touch.
That was such important hustle for them. Memory was coming in for a shot there.
JNaps now, waiting for the bounce. Pops it high, Garrett G airborne. Towards the backboard, looking for the dunk, but Lethamyr blocking him. Such a difficult read, and he makes it flawlessly. Memory out, Lethamyr up. Shot towards the goal is wide, JNaps will pick it up. Wrapping back out. Midfield, here comes Memory through the air. JNaps now down towards Garrett G. Lethamyr looking for an opportunity. Garrett G from midfield, taking the shot that's wide, and Lethamyr sends it away. JNaps up with a follow-up, and this one will go wide on the other side. Now Memory into his own corner. We'll get the pinch, and look at that one. All the length of the field. JNaps will get there in time, but it gives possession to Ghost. JNaps on the back wall. You know he's not high on boost right now as he had to make that last-ditch save.
This is such good midfield control here coming from Ghost, just keeping G2 in their own half, limiting their boost, going for the starvation.
They're just baiting them in, too happy for G2 to challenge them. Come, bring it to us. We beat you every time. A demolition on defense. Lethamyr will win the challenge. Gets a pass JNaps as well. Now looking for JNaps in the backfield. He's not going to find him just yet, but Memory, he gets him. There he is, and that's going to do it. They find the demolition. They get the sweep, and G2's going home.
Smart play here from Lethamyr. This is going to spell heartbreak for G2. JNaps, as he turns, making the left to right turn there, he's not going to see Lethamyr coming out from behind him.
One-on-one domination from Ghost, continuously beating G2 in the midfield, in the small ball control, and what a performance from Ghost, looking light and day and night, I think is the word I'm looking for, difference from yesterday.
Oh, man. Well, you can tell that, Memory wasn't feeling so good yesterday and was crushing it. Memory feeling good, Memory being healthy, that's nuts. He was insane on the field today, and Lethamyr just as insane. The two of them doing a great job to move forward.
That was just absolutely incredible. You described their play as gritty, and you can see why. So many different demolitions, so many different bumps, just opting really not even to go for difficult to score, high risk, high reward. They just prefer to play defense, and you saw Memory. What defense did he play? That was incredible.
G2 had to score. Well, with solo ball control, they had to score from midfield. They could not take any situation that was a 1v1 with the ball. If it was two players going for the ball, Ghost won every single time. And when you take that big of a tool out of their bag, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah, and I heard several times in your casting, respect, the words respect. These two teams respected the hell out of each other, and I think that OT game there was the best example of just how carefully they wanted to play. So let's take a look at the highlights, and you can see a little bit more what I'm talking about.
It was an impressive game all the way into overtime. It looked like Ghost had put the nail in the G2 coffin early on, but G2's 3-second goal was incredible. We had to get there first. The dunks from Lethamyr, again, the 1v1 games.
It was such good decision making for the most part here from Ghost that made the difference. A lot of their plays were very low risk, high reward, just waiting for mistakes here coming from G2, and when they saw the mistakes begin to happen, they just kept letting it go. On the flip side, we saw G2 going for a lot of passing plays, opting to utilize each other, which, while that works and can be the difference when you're that good like G2, problem is if you're just off by the slightest amount, you begin to overcommit. You lose your teammate, and you're in a 1v2 situation, so easily punished in 2v2.
Garrett G doing a great job zoning out Lethamyr, giving JNaps a shot to send us to overtime. Nearly 2 minutes of overtime they held on. As the way that G2 goes out here. What a game. The demolition again, the solo shots. Ghost clean, methodical, fundamental Rocket League.
That's right, and you can watch the action on the field, you can watch their parents, because whenever Jonathan, whenever Jonathan looks happy, Ryan G and Garrett G's mom looks pretty upset, so the whole match playing out on their faces here.
Yep. No, right?
One celebrates, one sad.
It's just inverse reactions.
Undoubtedly nerve-wracking. You can see it on their faces.
Well, we asked all these guys what they were going to spend their money on, and most of them were like, oh, I'm going to save it, but I'll buy something nice for my parents. So I can see why the parents are so invested in the outcomes of these games. And we've got our winners down on the floor. It's Ghost Gaming once again, and James is with them.
Thank you, Rachel. We're here with Ghost. You guys, what a series. 2 overtime wins. I was holding my breath. That was so exciting. But G2, they're a very good team. How confident were you guys coming into this matchup?
Well, I wouldn't say we're confident. We were just composed. The first games yesterday against Scrub and Greasy, I felt like we were being too serious on the stage, and I felt like that definitely affected how we played. Against Selfless, we were a little bit more healthy on the comms. Like we made sure that we were always talking about what we were doing, and we were a lot more aware with ourselves.
Awesome. Memory, coming into today and even just this whole tournament, how have you been preparing? What has your approach been for getting ready?
Well, we have been practicing a lot, and me specifically, I've been focusing on my shots because that's kind of our play style, as you can tell. A lot of times I'm cleaning up what Leth does, and so that's helped a lot.
Awesome. And Leth, you're a very well-known ones player. How does that experience play into a twos environment?
So what I've always said is that like my ones experience, I don't play ones anymore, but I used it to learn how to challenge properly. And so I have this thing in my head where it's a red light, and if it's a red light, I don't challenge. And the second it flicks green, my instincts just tell me to go, and I always do it right away.
Awesome. In Memory, one last question. What are you going to be buying your dad with your prize money?
I have to ask him, I'm not sure. Something nice? Something nice?
So you heard it, something nice. Rachel, back to you.
Thanks so much, James. Jonathan, open up Amazon, start picking stuff out. Yeah, we have a heck of a match. I don't know, I really liked it, but I'm really nervous about this next match coming up because Complexity, Secret, both teams I want to succeed so much. This is gonna be our last match of the day, and I know I'm not supposed to root for teams, guys, but Complexity's got such a compelling story. Last year they made it all the way to second place, and I would really love to see them challenge again for the victory.
And you know that Secret's thinking about that. They're thinking about that. This is one of the longest standing duos in Rocket League. Metzenaris and Magnus, they've made it to the finals before. They know they can do it again. They're chomping at the bit. Metzenaris said that, sometime eventually could be now. He wants this to be his victory, and they're not gonna let Team Secret stand in their way.
Team Secret, though, they showed us what they can do and that they're not just gonna stand idly by. I mean, this is a team that initially they came here and we heard, you know what, we've been taking this a little bit too seriously. We're here, we're gonna just make sure that we're having fun and enjoying each other. That's gonna help us, and we heard how that helped Ghost in their previous match, just not taking it too serious on stage. That might be helping them. Complexity with a lot of high expectations on themselves, there might be too much pressure for them to handle.
Yeah, that's something to consider here, but both these teams tried and tested on the competitive stage, both with a lot of experience to fall back on. We're gonna take a look. Oh, look at, these are some moments here from Ghost match, and just feeling those feelings as you're playing. We're going to go to a quick break, guys, and when we get back, we've got our last match of the day. That is Secret and Complexity, and we'll be keeping a close eye on them as we finish up our second day of the Rocket League Grand Finals. The Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals taking place here at the NBC Sports headquarters. This is our fourth and final match. We are heading into Complexity versus Team Secret. Complexity coming down the hallway here now, followed by Team Secret. Complexity actually was our second place team at last year's Universal Open 2v2. So a lot on the line here as far as pride and performance. And they're going up against Team Secret, who has put a lot on the line. And let's talk about this trophy and this prize money. Here's our prize money breakdown. First place is going to be $32,500. Nothing to shake a stick at there. You can certainly buy your parents something nice. But all our teams are taking something home, so that's pretty cool as well. I'm joined once again by James Bott and Jorby. Gentlemen, it's been a day full of Rocket League once again, but now we're going to be watching Ghost Gaming, we're going to be watching Team Secret and Complexity, and I want to know your thoughts on this matchup.
I mean, Freaky gave a ton of respect to Complexity when he was talking about him. One of the best duos that we've ever seen. So this is going to be a tough matchup. I think Complexity has been playing really well. I think Magnus has been playing primarily the best. And Metzenaris, I wanted to see him step up a little bit more. And from Freaky and Killer, we've seen them both play very well. So this one, I think, I wouldn't be surprised to see a close one here.
I think we saw a really slow start from Metzenaris and Magnus at the beginning of this tournament, and I think they've figured things out, and I think that they're going to come out very strong. We saw a good Team Secret against girls, which, as my counterpart on the desk here didn't really give Team Secret any shot at the very beginning of that series. So now, we saw a little bit of what Team Secret can do here against Complexity. I think they have a chance, but I think Complexity does take this.
This is a good shot for Complexity here. I know we did talk to Team Secret earlier, and one of the things they said is that NA teams are awkward to play against. Well, now they're going up against another EU team. Maybe they'll be able to read them a little bit better here. You can see both teams setting up, taking a seat there, getting ready. We are just about ready, I think, to get into our final match of the day. And, oh my gosh, taking a look around the studio here. Just a little peep at how big this operation truly is. You can see our production there working on some stuff. We got the Face It guys in the house. We got NBC Sports teams in the house. We got Psionics here looking out for us. And of course, I got my lovely team of talent, Jorby, James Bott, Wavepunk, and Quinn. Our next match coming up, gonna be Team Secret versus Complexity. It's gonna be a banger, guys. Don't go anywhere. It's our last match of the day. It's gonna set us up nice for the grand finals tomorrow.